UMBC Athletics is coming of age. There have been a couple of father-son combinations in UMBC's history, but none as prominent as John and Kevin Goedeke. John was a standout basketball player in the late 1970s, and Kevin is a current standout defenseman on the nationally ranked UMBC men's lacrosse team. Kevin talks about his experience and his father's experience at UMBC in this feature on UMBCRetrievers.com. How much did your father talk about his experience at UMBC, both, whatever it be, in the classroom or on the playing courts? How much did that kind of come into your dinner conversations or things of that nature?
I don't know if it was so much him talking about it or us asking him about it, but we were pretty curious, and we heard about it more, I think, from other people. But when we asked, we pried it out of him. He liked to talk about it. He liked to talk about his time.
Now, did it ever concern you that the name Goedeke would be a tough one to live up to because of what your father achieved here back in the mid '70s?
I actually didn't even realize it was such a big deal until I actually came here. Because my dad didn't he didn't talk about it too much. But once I came here, I saw his name on the wall and his picture on the wall a couple places, and a lot of the staff that's been here for a while, everybody recognized the name. So. No, I didn't really feel a lot of pressure from it. It was nice, I was definitely proud of my dad, and it was nice to hear things about him, but I didn't really feel too much pressure.
Okay. Now, obviously, your father stayed actively involved with UMBC. He was on the Hall, obviously, first he was obviously inducted into the Hall of Fame here, then he was on the Hall of Fame committee, and he's been involved with the program, even before you came here. Was that cool for you? I mean, was that for him being staying involved with UMBC? Was that okay with you?
Yeah, it was awesome. He definitely made it clear that he had a great experience at UMBC, and he wanted to support the university and especially the basketball team. And I think since I've been here, it's kind of shifted towards lacrosse a little bit, because I'm here. But it was nice. I knew that he definitely had a good time here because he always talked highly about UMBC, and he always wanted to support the university.
First quiz question: what number did your dad wear when he played at UMBC?
Oh, he always wore 34. And that's the number I wore in high school. So.
Okay, that was 1 for 1. What NBA team drafted your father?
I know he was drafted by the Atlanta Hawks.
He's 2 for 2 so far. All right, now this is a tougher one here. What team denied the 1978-79 team a chance to go to the NCAA Division II Final Four? UMBC was in the quarterfinals, played a game here with a chance to go to the Final Four, and unfortunately lost the game by a couple points. You know what that team was?
No. Obviously, my dad probably didn't like to talk about that one too much, so yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Okay. Well, the answer to that was Cheney State, which ironically was coached by John Cheney at the time, who eventually moved on to Temple. And I knew that was going to be a tough one. Okay, next question. 4 of 5 here. What is the last name of the brothers that played with your father at Parkville High School and at UMBC?
I believe they were the Canes.
That's correct. And, okay, last question is a true or false question. The lacrosse team won its national title while your dad was in school at UMBC. True or false?
I'm going to have to say false.
That is correct, because your father graduated in 1979, and the 1980 lacrosse team was the one that won the national title. So 4 out of 5, I would say, is pretty good. Last thing we have for you, Kevin, is what would your father say to the answer to this question? Try to put yourself in his shoes. Which team is better, the 2009 6th-ranked UMBC men's lacrosse team or the 1978-79 6th-ranked and NCAA quarterfinals UMBC men's basketball team? What would he say would be better?
He'd probably go for the basketball team. I guess that's hard to say, but I'd have to say the lacrosse personally, but I think he'd probably say the basketball team.
Very good. For the full article, please visit the features section on UMBCRetrievers.com.